Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Steph Reads Books, and today's video is going to be my May TBR because we are starting a new month, so I need a new TBR because I achieved all of my reading goals for April, which means that I read all my books for my owls. If you haven't seen my owls TBR, and I have also vlogs that you can go watch, I can link them here, but yeah. If you want to know which books I'm going to read in May, you can keep on watching. So the first book on my TBR is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and it is the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. So basically this series starts with the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and then when you get to the second book, which is A Court of Mist and Fury, it is totally different, and it is, in my opinion, no longer a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I'm really excited to jump into this book because my the sequel, A Court of Mist and Fury, I'm struggling with these. Court of Mist and Fury was my favorite book that I read in March, and so I'm really excited to get to the third book. So I won't talk too much about it because it's a very popular series and I'm sure a lot of people know what it's about. Plus, I suck at giving synopsises for books, so we love. Let's get on to the next book. So the next book on my TBR is The Winner's Curse by Mary Rutkowski. I probably mispronounced that, but this book is, oh my god, I suck so much at giving synopsises, it's crazy. But this book is basically about two people who fall in love. So there is Erin and Kestrel, if I'm correct. So Kestrel is really poor and Erin is rich, sort of. I feel so bad about being so bad at synopsises, but yeah. Yeah, and basically they fall in love but they cannot be together. Oh no, because I think their countries are at war, and if they are in love, then they betray their countries. So basically they have to decide whether they betray their countries or each other and like stand with their country. And it says, where is it? A story of rebellion, duels, ballroom dances, wicked rumors, dirty secrets, and games where everything is at stakes, and the gamble is whether you will keep your head or lose your heart. That hooked me. And side note, I hate this cover. This is the rebranded paperback cover, and I much rather the original one, which I can like pop right here. But yeah, I don't like this cover. I thought I would get the other cover, but that's the cover I got. I was really disappointed when I opened the box and saw this, but I truly have high hopes for this book because apparently it's really good. And so yeah, I'm really excited to read it. The third book on my TBR is The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I unboxed this book in my last vlog. I got it from Book Outlet because it was really cheap, and the sequel is coming out in June, I believe. So I'm really excited for that. And this book is about vampires, which I'm super excited. May Twilight come back. I want vampires, and I think they're super cool creatures because they drink blood and are immortal, and most of them are super pretty. If you believe Twilight, vampires are pretty, but that's besides the point. So this book takes place in New Orleans in 1872, and a girl takes refuge in New Orleans from Paris, and she was a dressmaker, I believe. See, again, I suck. She was a dressmaker in Paris, and there's a thing about La Cour des Lions, and this book is actually like the cover. I don't know if you can see, but it's embossed. It's super pretty. I was so surprised when I found this out when I unboxed it. And the end papers are like a map. Keep on showing stuff, wow. And yeah, so really all I know is that this book is about vampires, and I'm really excited for vampires, so we'll see what I think of it. Again, I have real high hopes for this book, So be good, the beautiful. I really want you to be good. On to the next one. My next book is Flamecaster by Cinda William Chimes. Her name flew out of my head for a while, for a second there. And this book is set in the Seven Realms world, but this series is called the Shattered Realm. But when I googled, do you have to read the Seven Realms before reading the Shattered Realm? I didn't find an answer, so I'm guessing that no, since this is like a series that is apart, so I guess. Anyways, we'll see. I hope so, because I have the sequel also that I ordered from Book Outlet. Most of these books I ordered from Book Outlet, except for A Court of Wings and Ruin that I got off of Amazon for $7, I think it was. So that was a really good deal. But again, sometimes I don't like paperbacks for that, but you get no synopsis whatsoever. So it says, a wizard prince in exile thirsting for revenge, a girl with a curse, striking back against a ruthless king. Together they will burn the kingdom to its rotten core. That hooked me, and the cover is gorgeous. And I heard really good things about the Shattered Realm series, so that's why I picked it up. Plus it was like $5 on Book Outlet. So I suck. Oh my god. Plus there's a review from Lee Bardugo, which is one of my favorite authors ever. So it got me hooked, you see. But really, the together they will burn the kingdom to its rotten core got me. So stay tuned for my wrap up when I can tell you more about this book, because right now I feel so bad that my reviews are just, well, not reviews, my synopses are so bad. But on to the next. My next book is Circle of Shadows by Emily Skye, and this book came out a little bit ago, and the sequel is actually out right now. It came out on April 7th, I think. So I'm a bit late on this one, but this is a book about spies and a secret society in a world that is not really mentioned, but they are basically like super warriors. And it says, Sora can move as silently as a ghost and hurl throwing stars with lethal accuracy. Her Gemina Daemon can win any physical fight blindfolded and with an arm tied behind his back. So basically they are really good warriors. And what I learned from the synopsis was that they basically are on a mission of like exploring and stuff, and they find a secret society of spies, and they decide to infiltrate it to know more, because they're like, oh my god, we're gonna save our kingdom from these spies. But it ends up being risky for their lives because it's dangerous and blah blah blah. So again, stay tuned for my wrap up if you want to know more. I'm sure many other people talked about this book, so if you are interested. Plus the cover is really pretty. And oh yeah, a society of assassins, an empire of magic, and a world of secrets. So that's probably what got me hooked. Yeah. The final book on my TBR is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. She has nicknames, so V.E. Victoria Schwab. And this book is about a city where there are monsters, and I believe there is something with music, since there's violin on top. And the music protects you from monsters, if I'm correct. Not so sure about that, but what really got me hooked is there's no such thing as safe in a city full of monsters. And when I read the synopsis, because there is actually a synopsis on this one, which is fun, it says that Kate Harker, which is probably the main character, wants to be as ruthless as her father to prove she's worthy to stand beside him and lead their city. August Flynn wants to be human, but he isn't. He's a monster, one that can steal souls with a song, his own father's secret weapon. So with a song, maybe that's the music thing. But I know this is many people's favorite books, so I have never read it. I'm picking it up, so we'll see what I think of it. But it also says their city is divided, their city is crumbling. Kate and August are the only two who see both sides, the only two who could do something, but how do you decide whether to be a hero or a villain when it's hard to tell which is which? So really, the synopsis got me really intrigued because, again, there are a lot of reviews for this book and a lot of positive ones on that. So I was really curious. So that's that. So that's it for this May TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support me, you can give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to support me further, you can subscribe to my channel. That would really mean the world to me. And you can also leave a comment if it bothers you that I don't know anything about my books, or if it's okay. Whatever you want, like, really. But I hope you guys are staying safe wherever you are around the world in these tough times, and I hope to see you guys also in my next video. So bye guys, take care.